You're watching NNN. No, new Nintendo news. This is a gaming show where we keep you up to date with the latest Nintendo related gaming news. We do, that's what we do. Earlier on last week, Nintendo held a Nintendo Direct to give us a sneak peek at their upcoming museum based in Kyoto. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! And Nintendo did actually announce the museum over a year ago in a previous Nintendo Direct. It was actually supposed to open in March 2024, but it got delayed. It's now not opening, I think, till October or sometime in the fall. But it looks like the wait was worth it, because to be honest, I'm gonna go on EasyJet now, Jet2, British Airways, whoever can get me to Japan, and I'm booking a flight. Now, Nintendo were no strangers to museums, because what was it, in 2013, Nintendo actually collaborated with the Louvre Museum all the way in France. And remember, you could actually go into the museum, you could hire out Nintendo 3DSs, and you could use those 3DSs as an interactive guide. You had like an audiobook guide. The DS would track your movements in the museum, and it could pick up where you actually were, and then it could give you like guides on pieces of work that were in front of you. It was, in true Nintendo fashion, a fun, unique way of exploring something that most people would otherwise find boring. Classic Nintendo. Nintendo always find a way to spice things up. Shigeru Miyamoto hosted this special event to give us an exclusive sneak peek of the museum, and he took us on a tour to see what was inside. And to be honest, I was underwhelmed at first. It was pretty, I'm not gonna lie, I was very underwhelmed. It was just bog standard. You know, he showed off like a collection of video games from the NES, SNES, 64, GameCube era. You know, you had the whole lineup of classic Nintendo games. You had like box art from each region for each game. But to be honest, in today's day and age, I've seen like better collections from YouTube collectors online. It didn't blow me away at first, but then the Nintendo magic started to shine through, and I was like, oh my god, what is going on? Shigeru Miyamoto then really started to go down the rabbit hole. As the rabbit hole starts to get deeper, I mean, he started going deeper. I'm going deeper underground. And he's shown us some crazy memorabilia, artifacts. I don't know what they are because I've never seen any of these things before. They showed us a Nintendo fax machine. And Nintendo made prams at one point. Why was there a pram in there? There was a pram in there. My head was gone. These are the kind of things that I want to see. These are the kind of like lost relics that I want to see. I don't want to see like every version of, you know, a Mario Brothers game case in Japan, America, and the European. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that box art. This is what I want to see. I want to see prams. I want to see fax machines. What else have you got in there that's random like that? Because obviously Nintendo didn't just make a normal museum, did they? Nintendo have Nintendo-fied the museum experience. So basically in the museum, they have created 8 interactive experiences that you can go and play. Shigeru Miyamoto actually only shown the 3 out of the 8 interactive experiences. Yeah, leave us wanting more. Don't show us all, do you know what I mean? Leave us some for dessert. So I'm glad. So one of the experiences based on Nintendo's toy that they released, I don't know, I don't have the information in front of me, but in the 60s, Nintendo released this machine called the Ultra Machine SP, which basically just threw baseballs at you, and you just had to hit them with like a foam bat basically. Nintendo have created their set of experiences where they've recreated Japanese living rooms, bedrooms, and you go into this room and you just bat and you play the Ultra Machine SP, which is pretty cool. Are you not impressed? Sounds fun to me. One of the other experiences as well was, it's kind of like a light gun game. You have to shoot the Mario enemies using the Zapper from the NES or the Nintendo Super Scope from the SNES. I mean, it's just a glorified light gun game, really. Super simple, but I want to play it. The highlight of the whole entire Nintendo Direct, Nintendo have recreated giant human-sized versions of controllers from all their past consoles. You have to play the games using these big controllers. They're so big that they require multiple people to play. So Shigeru Miyamoto was playing the original Super Mario on the NES, and he had to control the D-pad, while a second player had to control the jump and the run buttons. Now, that's not even where it gets crazy, because when you watch the Direct, if you look in the background, there's a massive giant Wii remote, and there's two people literally just like wrestling the Wii remote, trying to move it. That looks insane. That looks brilliant. What the hell? You can see a Nintendo 64 controller. How does that work? How many people are needed to operate this? Now, sometimes on an N64 controller, if you look at it, like, some of them require the Z button. You've got one person on the analog stick, you'd have one person doing the C buttons, one person doing A and B. It's a madness. Do we have to use L and R? How many people do we need to play this N64 game? If I queue up for 4 hours to jump on this experience, and I get to the N64 controller, and I have to just stay at the back and press the Z button, I'm going to be fuming. I'm going to be fuming. Fantastic. These are the kind of experiences that Nintendo were just... To play the interactive experiences, you get you get a card, and it's preloaded with 10 coins. Now, these coins can be used inside the museum to experience the interactive exhibit, and you can play those interactive exhibits as much times as the 10 coins allow. You've got to choose, and you've got to actually plan which exhibits you want to see. Now, obviously Nintendo are trying to keep me coming back for more, but nah. Nah, because I don't live in Japan, so I can't afford to keep coming back to Nintendo. I can't afford to keep catching flights. So how do you gain access? How do you gain entry to this fantastic Winter Wonderland? I'm going to tell you now. It turns out that tickets are sold via a randomly selected drawing. Entries will be accepted beginning 3 months prior to your visit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's randomly selected. I'm just going off potluck, and I've got to do it 3 months before. Okay. It says the cost of the ticket must be paid after your entry is drawn, and also they say that a free Nintendo account is required to enter the drawing and purchase tickets. So yeah, if you don't have a Nintendo account, you can't get access to this place. I mean, it's kind of a smart marketing move, Nintendo. You know that next year Nintendo are going to be like to the shareholders, oh, we have 9 million subscribers on our Nintendo Online account. Yeah, because probably 1 million of them are probably just people registering to come and visit the Nintendo Museum. But I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. It also says, regarding first come first served ticket sales after the drawing is over, if there are any tickets available due to cancellations, etc., tickets may be purchased on a first come first served basis. First come first served ticket sales will be announced on the ticketing website. Tickets for time slots up to 2 months in advance may become available for sale. Oh my god, 2 months in... These waiting times... Do you know what? Obviously it's Nintendo, so we were going to get these kind of waiting times, but I don't want to read that. I just want to turn up. I just want to show up. So how much is the ticket? Let's have a look. I'm actually digesting the news at the same time as you. How much is the ticket? So for adults, it says that it is 3,300 yen, which is £18. That's cheap. Oh my god, £18 to get into the museum. Yo, take my money. £18. I thought it was going to be expensive, you know. Turns out the museum is going to be open 10 till 6, which, to be honest, isn't enough hours in the day. To be honest, you should be open for at least 12 hours. It's the Nintendo Museum. What are you doing opening at 10? Why are you closing at 6? You should be open till 8 at least. The Nintendo Museum should be open 8 AM till 8 PM. Right? The museum does also, but actually also has a restaurant in there as well, so you can go and get some food. And there's obviously a shop there where you can buy goods, exclusive goods, to the Nintendo Museum. I've really got to go there. But yes, that's everything that was announced during the Nintendo Direct. Nintendo are actually just the masters of creating fun, imaginative, creative forms of entertainment. They did it with theme parks, and now they've done it with a museum. They've spiced museums up. So I will be going there. I will be booking a flight, and I'll be going to Japan very soon. And that's all we have time for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We will be back with another episode of NNN very soon. But up until then, Have a good morning, afternoon, good night. Stay blessed, not stressed. And bye!